Welcome to Tom Sox Weekly, presented by UVA Orthopedics. I'm Brendan Farrell.
And I'm Kelly Warner. We have a great show for you this week. First, we'll talk to head coach Kory Koehler, and later we'll show you how we do 4th of July Tom Sox style.
Before we get started, let's take a look at this week's top plays. Welcome back to the show. After waiting an entire year and a few more weeks, Tom Sox head coach Kory Koehler finally made his debut last month.
Our Zach Lambert sat down with the coach for his first one-on-one interview since he arrived in Charlottesville. Take a look.
Thanks, guys. I'm joined here with head coach Kory Koehler. How are you today, Coach?
Doing well, thank you. Appreciate you having me.
So you made a run to the JUCO World Series with San Jack. How do you think that helped kind of prepare you for this season with the Tom Sox?
Well, I think it added a little bit of an incentive to try and get out here and perform well here as well. And you know, when we make runs like that, you feel like you got a good opportunity to help kids and you know, get them prepared for the summer and try and win a championship here in Charlottesville as well.
So while you were at San Jack, though, and making this run, there were some other coaches that had to take over before you got here. Talk a little bit about the job that they did before you got here.
No, I think they did a great job. Mike Paduano and Jeff Burton did a fantastic job in getting the guys prepared and kind of getting them familiar with each other and being able to step in for 5 or 6 games while our staff was not here was a big thing for the program, trying to get them to gel.
And now you guys are having a pretty good season so far. How would you assess the season to this point?
You know, I think we've played well at times. I think that you know, we're going through some things right now with some injury bugs and kind of just trying to fill each other out and get a good sense of who we are as a club. I think offensively we're a little stagnant at times, but I think we're really good on the mound, and our pitching gives us an opportunity to win each and every night.
Now, you mentioned the pitching. Do you think that's something that you guys are going to try to ride for the entire season? You know, you've lost some pitchers. Talk about kind of the fluidity of the team and how you manage players leaving and coming throughout the entire season.
Yeah, so I think our pitching is fairly deep, and we got some more guys coming, and we'll keep shuffling guys in and out, but I think we have a good idea of who our 5 starters are and who our different role players are, our different back-end arms. I don't want to say we're going to ride them the whole time. We got some position guys that will come in and fill in. Some guys will be leaving. Some guys will be coming. So hopefully we'll get better offensively and be able to kind of manage the offensive part of the game as well. I think that we've kind of underachieved offensively up to this point, and I think we've addressed that, and we'll continue to get better at the plate as well.
Nice. And you were supposed to be here in 2020, but obviously no season due to the pandemic. What's it like to finally be down here in Charlottesville coaching the Tom Sox?
So I've really enjoyed it. I think it's a fantastic community experience. I like the fact that, you know, the community has embraced the Tom Sox. They come out to the games and really seem to enjoy the baseball. There's high quality, you know, opponents in this league. The pitching across the board has been fantastic. I think there's some guys at the Division II and Division I level that are playing in this league that can really swing the bat. So it's been impressive. I've really enjoyed the Valley League.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us and taking some time today.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Zach. Our 4th of July home game against the Waynesboro Generals is a summer tradition here in Charlottesville, and it's the only game on the VBL calendar that night.
We sent our Brooke Stake to take a look at the sight and sounds of Independence Day here at the Crutch.
On America's birthday, what better way is there to celebrate than to take in America's pastime? I got to go around Crutchfield Park tonight and ask fans what it meant to be here on the 4th of July.
As the Tom Sox were looking for their first ever 4th of July win, friends and families gathered together and talked about what it meant to be back at Crutchfield Park on such a special night.
I really like watching people win, and I think it's a cool sport.
Just the baseball community and how chill everybody is.
I love watching baseball now that I know how to play.
Oh, it's fantastic. Several of these people are ones we've just come out with since all the pandemic was over with. So it's really nice being here and in the open.
And I'm most excited about just to be here with my friends and play and do glow sticks, and I'm looking forward to use some fireworks over here.
While families and friends gathered together, parents of Tom Sox players Garrett Spikes and Mackenzie Pate traveled this weekend to Charlottesville to see the team play.
It's awesome. I'm relieved because he's enjoying his experience here. He's being well taken care of by his host family and you guys here, you interns and the other team mates the friends that he's made. He's just enjoying it. So me getting to come and just watch him play and watch all of these guys and see how well they're doing, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, we're excited to be here for him to have this experience with the Tom Sox. You know, this was canceled last year because of COVID. He was supposed to come then. And, you know, we're just happy that they're able to get out again and play ball in the summer and grow and learn in their craft.
And we're just happy that he's in a nice city. You know, we've never visited Virginia before. And to be in Charlottesville and not really knowing about it in advance, to be able to come here and see all the nice people on opening weekend, and then to come back during this weekend and just see all the festivity and what's all put into it to make it just a lively event for the town and for the players.
As you can see, Tom Sox fans had a great night here tonight at Crutchfield Park as the Tom Sox got their first ever 4th of July win over the Waynesboro Generals by a pretty fitting score of 7-4. For Tom Sox TV, I'm Brooke Stake. Go Sox!
Coming up on Tom Sox Weekly, we will grill one of our players in the ever-popular Out of Left Field segment.
We'll also check in with one of our pitchers who is back for an encore after helping Charlottesville win a title in 2019. But first, let's take a moment to pause and thank our great sponsors, UVA Orthopedics.
Tom Sox Weekly is presented by UVA Orthopedics. University of Virginia's Orthopedic Department is eager to announce the establishment of a state-of-the-art comprehensive center for orthopedic care, the UVA Orthopedic Center at Ivy Mountain, co-locating existing clinics with an outpatient surgery center, imaging, physical therapy, and administrative and physician offices. Set to open in early 2022, the new UVA Orthopedic Center at Ivy Mountain will be a home base for healthcare professionals focused on helping patients improve their athletic performance, recover from injury, or prevent future incidents.
Welcome back. Since I'm in the host spot this week, I was not able to ask one of our players the tough questions.
Thankfully, here at Tom Sox TV, we have a deep staff. Our Lauryn Nilsson stepped up this week to host Out of Left Field.
Take a look. Welcome to Out of Left Field. I'm Lauryn Nilsson.
And I'm Steven Restuccio.
And today, we're going to learn more about Steven as we walk across Crutchfield Park. All right, Steven, so what is your favorite baseball-themed movie?
Probably Field of Dreams.
Any particular reason?
You know, not really.
No?
I mean, it's just a good movie.
Okay, that's
just
fair.
Just a good movie.
That's fair. What has been your favorite meal in Charlottesville so far?
Honestly, probably, I would say Box Kitchen. I had Box Kitchen for the first time like a couple days ago, and it was really good, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds super good. So we all know that baseball players can be a little superstitious. Do you have any superstitions you'd like to share with us?
You know, I'm not really superstitious that much. I don't really have anything.
No superstitions?
No, not really, no.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I know.
So there's a lot of lore between Virginia Tech and UVA. Do you go to McAdoo's in Blacksburg?
I actually never been to McAdoo's.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I went to Blacksburg once and I went there, so I have to ask all the Tech people.
Okay.
Do you have any Virginia Tech UVA rivalry moments that you remember that were really fun for you as a student?
Honestly, probably when we played UVA in football, the tailgate that we had there, it was just obviously a great time, great atmosphere, and, going to the game, and, having thousands of people jumping around and stuff, it was just great to be a part of it,
Yeah.
So.
What has been the biggest difference between here and Blacksburg?
Probably, I don't honestly say, just this is more of like a town area, and just Blacksburg's more of just, we just have like one little town, and besides that, just like a bunch of just fields, and
That's okay. If you were to meet any celebrity in real life, who would it be?
Probably, talking like celebrity, like baseball, or are we just talking celebrity?
Anyone.
Anybody, probably Jacob deGrom. Honestly.
Okay, he's hot right now, so
yeah.
I understand
baseball
that.
Too,
Baseball, yeah. So speaking of baseball, do you follow any MLB teams?
After I used to be a really big Yankees fan when Derek Jeter. I was a really big Derek Jeter fan growing up, but now I follow the Phillies. I live 30 minutes away from Philly, so I've been following the Phillies a lot now, and they're disappointing, obviously. Just like what the Sixers did in the finals too. So
it's a curse of a Philadelphia sports fan. But all right, well, thank you for coming out with us today. Do you have any last rumors you'd like to dispel for the audience?
No, not really.
Okay.
No.
All right, well, thank you for coming out with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We'll bring it back to Brendan and Kelly.
Thanks, Lauren. Central Virginia native Jake Haney is the only returning player from the 2019 Tom Sox roster, and he is looking to make the most of his final summer in the Valley Baseball League.
Our Dylan Castaigne caught up with the Willoughby Mary native to talk about what he's been up to since winning the title in 2019 and his goals for the 2021 season.
It had been a while since Tom Sox fans last saw William & Mary pitcher and Orange County native Jake Haney around Crutchfield Park. After helping the Tom Sox win the 2019 Valley Baseball League Championship, Haney returned back to Williamsburg the following year, only to see his junior season cut short due to the pandemic. The 2021 campaign would have been his senior season under normal circumstances, but the premature ending to the 2020 spring gave Haney and all other baseball players an extra year of eligibility. The extra year meant that Haney could have one final go-around playing Summer League baseball, and there was no place that he would rather be than Charlottesville.
I was actually super stoked because I got an internship here, and I was actually supposed to play in the Coastal Plains League. I found out that I could do the internship here and play, and I texted Mike Paduano and said if this was an option, I would, and he said bring it on, and I just got lucky enough to play.
Haney started the Tom Sox third game of the 2021 season. The Orange County native pitched 3 scoreless innings in a 4-1 victory for the Sox. Haney had one more start away from home 1 week later before returning to the mound at Crutchfield Park for the first time in almost 2 years on June 20th.
It was awesome. I'm a big fan guy. I love throwing in front of people. We play for the community. We don't play for ourselves. It's definitely an honor to play in front of these fans.
Haney is one of just 3 Central Virginia natives on the Tom Sox, making Haney the resident tour guide to the group of out-of-towners.
I've given good food recommendations. I've given good spots to hang out, like the rope swing or the Ravenna Trail or the river. There's a lot of fun stuff to do here.
While Haney is excited to visit the popular restaurants and attractions around town again, he knows what is at stake this summer. Though the entire Tom Sox roster has the same goal in mind, Haney is the only one that has experienced that kind of success in the Valley League before. With a lot of baseball left to play before the playoffs in July, Haney is taking it one day at a time, without losing sight of the ultimate goal of hosting the Jim Lineweaver Trophy once again.
It's always fun to win. It's always fun to play for something and to compete for a championship, and I think we've won 2 out of the last 3, and it would be great and fantastic to win 3 out of the last 4, and And I think it's a tradition here to win, and I think we should keep that going. It's a really good feeling.
And for his personal goals for the summer, Haney just wants to keep developing, both on and off the field, as he prepares for the next step of his baseball journey, wherever that may be.
I mean, I just want to get better. I want to get better for whatever school I attend next year, whether it be William & Mary or a different school. I'm out here to get better alongside my teammates, build really good relationships with my coaches and teammates, and just have a good time, because I'm getting pretty old. I'm 23, playing on a team, bunch of 20 and 21-year-olds, but it's still fun. So definitely to get better.
Between the injury setback and the homecoming, it has been an eventful summer for Jake Haney. But becoming the first player in franchise history to win 2 VBL titles would be the perfect cap to his time in Charlottesville. For Tom Sox Weekly, I'm Dylan Castaigne.
Before we let you go, let's take a look at what awaits our Tom Sox this week.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Tom Sox Weekly.
Until next time,
Go Sox!